There was a report of an anhydrous ammonia or an ammonia leak at a farm down the road here at 717 Norton Road. Elba's fire department was first on location, reported a large release of anhydrous ammonia.
So tell me a little bit, I guess, about the response. I understand there was quite a response.
It was really, the response was Elba's fire department. Two other fire companies, Byron and South Byron, were called in just for water supply, for decontamination if they need be. City of Batavia medics were here for the hazmat response as well. So it was a county ESU team, which is a hazmat team that was here.
Sure. I understand no injuries, anything like that. Was there? I guess were there people around? Can you kind of give a sense of what the situation was?
It's a fairly rural road, so there's a home directly across from the farm, which is on the east side of the road. No one was home on the west side of the road, which is a good thing. There were some domestic livestock, but they seem to be okay. There's only, I think, 1 or 2 employees on the farm. Once they found that the leak began, they immediately left the area to a safe haven and called 911. It was a large leak. It was actually a result of hooked from a large bulk storage tank to a smaller bulk tank to disperse the ammonia in the field. And when he actually moved away from the large storage tank, the hoses caught on part of the mechanism and ripped away, causing the uncontrolled discharge.
From which tank? The smaller one?
The larger tank. Larger tank. It was a 20-ton anhydrous ammonia tank. Our hazmat team went in and, the Elba Fire Department did the evacuation and the isolation of the incident, ensured that there was no life safety at risk. The hazmat team went in and isolated both of the valves. There was a number of valves on the tank, the main valve and a couple smaller valves. We sent another team in afterwards just to confirm and open up some barn areas where some of the anhydrous ammonia had accumulated.
Sure. Is there anything local responders have to do specifically training-wise in regards to anhydrous ammonia? Because I know it's something that's used on farms as fertilizer.
It's used in large quantities around here. All firefighters are required to update their first responder operations level training, so that's mandated, and they have to update that every year because of instances like this.
Have you had incidents with anhydrous ammonia before?
Not recently. Typically, they're small leaks. You know, it's a bad valve or a relief valve or something of that nature. Nothing as significant as this. DEC was called to the scene. Local hospital was notified, and the local health department was here as well. But it was a very successful outcome.
I may have missed this. Did you say how much volume there was that was released?
It was a 20-ton tank. We're estimating right now, Chief, I think it was around 6,000 ton. 6,000 ton. So it's fairly large release. Luckily, again, it was in a rural area, so we didn't have to worry about the public or any other evacuations. It dissipates fairly quickly. We had a good breeze out of the east, and in about 300 yards downrange, it now becomes safe. You're going to smell it, but there's no immediate danger to life.
Sure. So when it leaks, it is gaseous. There's no concern about it getting into the ground.
It's slightly heavier than air, so it does stay low to the ground. It doesn't move up into the atmosphere like we would hope, but so it stays fairly low. It's a minus 27 degree material, so it's very difficult for the hazmat team to work with because the valves and everything around it freezes up. So they have to use specially designed cryogenic material gloves to actually touch and operate any of the valves that they're going to be operating.
What's that?
What's your name, sir?
Steve Hines Fisher.
Can you spell that for me?
HYNES-FISHER.
Okay. Can you tell me what it was like? You were the first one here?
Actually, I was second one here. John was here within seconds. John and I coordinated together with getting all the mutual aid and the proper people notified.
So how do you have to approach a situation like this with any kind of obviously you have to be cautious. Yeah, exactly. I guess tell me what how you approach something with ammonia.
You approach it cautiously, and you just get your wind direction, get your speed, which our county dispatch told us, and we set up on the safe side, and that's where we made the staging area right there.
Amadrinsky, John.
Last name?
MUDRZYNSKI.
Which department do you work?
Elba.
So just describe what you were seeing and what was going on when you first got out here.
I was actually home at the time when the call went out, and my house is right across the street from the shop where the anhydrous tank was. And when I came out, I just saw anhydrous flying everywhere. And that's when I ready to go in. I asked the farmer how much was in there. He said it's 20-ton capacity. He figured there was about 15-ton in there at that time because they had taken a few tanks off from it. So I just reported to Steve Fisher that there was just a massive leak, just going insane.